So we have officially gotten our first look at the new live-action Avatar series from Netflix. Let us discuss, but first, please leave a like, subscribe, share this video around with your grandma. I'm sure she'll appreciate it because I definitely will. Let's get into the video, thank you. Back in 2018, it was announced that Netflix was making a live-action Avatar series, and it was going to have the original creators of the animated series working as showrunners and producers. And then things didn't work out. Both of the creators left for creative differences, but after the creators left, the series production continued and we got a cast announced for the series. And today, we now have our first official look at the cast, and it looks seemingly like the first episode of this show. So let's take a peek at these pictures and let's talk about them. So here we have from Discussing Film, first look at Netflix's live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender series releasing in 2024. Let me pull up the cast list so I can know their names. So first we have Gordon Cormier as playing the titular Avatar, Avatar Aang specifically. Comparatively, I actually think this is the best photo out of the entire batch of photos. It feels the most like this is a live action Avatar series. I like how vibrant his costume is. I like that he's an actual child. And I'm glad that he's not a little white boy because that was very weird. But I don't know. I like I like the vibe. You get to see a little bit of the Southern Water Tribe backgrounds here. I don't really have many issues with this photo. I think it looks good. I like that his tattoo is actually blue because the previous one was just kind of a weird tribal forehead tat. But I think this looks good. This is definitely the best photo out of the batch. Here we have Kia Wentio as Katara, the main female lead for the show. This is where I get into some issues. I think she looks good. She doesn't look 100% like the character, but that's never really been a problem for me with a lot of other adaptations. She's got the hair loopies. You get to see a little bit of water bending above her. My main issue is the Southern Water Tribe in the series is a really grimy and gross place. Not grimy and gross. It's in a state of disrepair because of the Fire Nation invasions, and there's only one waterbender left, and that's Katara. So I don't like how clean her clothes are. It should be a little more rugged, and they don't look like real winter clothes. They more so look like cosplay winter clothes. But that's really all I have to say about this. You can't really tell what's going on in the background, but other than that, it's fine. Yeah, it's just the costuming does not look quite screen ready. Just a bit like cosplay. We have Ian Owsley as Sokka. I don't love this either. He gives me, I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but he gives me F-boy energy, if that makes sense. And also, his armor just looks too pristine. It doesn't look dirty. It doesn't look like he's been wearing it. It looks like cosplay, and it does look a little strange comparatively to what he was wearing in the original series. We get to see a little bit of the background here, which I think is a pretty cool set piece, although it looks like a bone fence from some large creature in the Southern Water Tribe. I don't love this picture. You can really tell he's wearing a lot of foundation in that picture. Here we have Dallas Liu, however it is, as Prince Zuko, the best character in the entire show. Better than what we got in the live action one with Dev Patel. Love you Dev Patel, but man, that was a misstep, wasn't it?
I am Prince Zuko, son of Firelord Ozai and heir to the throne. Bring me all your elderly!
Yeah, he's got the armor from the show. It looks a bit weird, but I think it's just because Zuko is supposed to be 16 in the series, and he looks so young, but I know the actor is around that age as well. It's just one of those things where they're translating a character from animation to live action is going to be a bit jarring, but I think he'll do a good job. I have not seen any of these actors in anything else. They're mostly unknowns to me. The armor looks okay. The armor does feel very cosplay. The textures and everything feels like it's a cosplay, just like Katara's did. The only one that doesn't feel super weird is Aang's outfit, the Air Nomad outfit, but his scar also doesn't look like a scar. It just looks like airbrush paint around his eyes, so I'm really not sure how that looks, but also this is just a first look. Maybe they're doing CG over the top, not sure. So that's the main batch of photos that got put out by Netflix. So this will not be the first live action Avatar. This is not the first attempt. We had an attempt back in, I think around 2009, 10? You know, where all the bending in that movie is 10 people doing a 5-second long maneuver to fling a kind of medium-sized rock real slow. Yeah, that movie. And it was a movie directed by the one and only M. Night Shyamalan. And wow, it's one of the first ever movies I saw as a kid. and I realized, wow, movies can be bad.
So, are you the Avatar, Aang?
You know, as a kid, everything's good, and then you hit a certain age where you go, wait a minute, that's not right. That was Avatar: The Last Airbender for me by M. Night Shyamalan, so I'm not fully into this. Visuals alone, all of the behind-the-scenes stuff has me kind of worried. The fact that the creators left doesn't put that much faith in me. I'm really unsure of how this is going to go. Costume-wise, it's fine. I really like the way Aang looks. I don't love any of the other characters. They're all fine. None of them are bad. Nothing's awful. It's also very concerning. I know this is a small thing, and these are just starter photos just to kind of show how everything looks, but nobody is smiling. I know that's a small thing, and it may seem silly, but I don't want this to be a joyless show. Avatar, the animated series, is fun. The characters are kids, the stakes are high, and the stakes are serious, but they're still kids at the end of the day. So I just want to make sure there's happiness in this show. It's all fine, and I'm sure a lot of it'll look all right in live action or in motion. Yeah, I have such a deep love for that original series. That was the first show where I went, wow, this cartoon has a concurrent story that just keeps going, and it's beautiful, and it tells this epic story over 3 seasons, and it was the first real experience of watching something that had that effect on me, where I go, wow, this is big. Like, the story and scope of the world is big, and I have a lot of connection and childhood nostalgia compared to that, and not only just plain nostalgia for nostalgia's sake, like actually a love for the show. The show is incredible. If you have not watched it, you should absolutely watch it. The other thing that does not put faith in me is Netflix. You know, there are a lot of streaming services when they get an adaptation, and you immediately have a response to it. If HBO was like, hey, we're making an Avatar: The Last Airbender live action series, I would go, oh, okay, all right, cool. But Netflix announces, we're making a live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, I go, okay, we'll see. There's a better strike rate when it comes to other streaming services. Netflix, a lot of their ideas feel like they're throwing stuff at a wall, and they go, that didn't stick. Oh, that one stuck. What's that one say? Oh, Stranger Things. All right, cool, keep going. Throw stuff. So if Netflix's Avatar is not Stranger Things level numbers, which I expect it to be, then it'll be canceled, which would be really funny. But not only the fact that it's Netflix, the fact that they've tried animated adaptations before and they have not gone well. We have the Death Note, which is pretty rough, and we also have Cowboy Bebop, which got canceled as soon as it came out because it was such a disaster and everybody was making fun of it on the internet, and it's rough, and I've only seen a few clips from it, and it was
Sounds to me like blackmail.
You're damn right it is, because Jet, you are black and you are male.
Avatar is one of those series where if someone tells you, hey, we're making a live action version of this, you don't immediately go, why? It's not like the equivalent of someone going, hey, we're making a live action Ratatouille. Someone would be like, why? But if someone says, hey, we're making a live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, you go, oh, okay, I can picture that, you know, because they're all people and it's like a fantasy series and there's cool martial arts choreography. Nothing's too far out of the scope of real world stuff besides, you know, it's a fantasy series where they shoot fire out of their hands. It's one of those where you hear it getting adapted and you go, that makes sense, I understand it. Similar to the new How to Train Your Dragon getting announced and everyone just went, yeah, I can see it. But it is inherently less valuable to me because it is not animation. I understand that it has an easier translation, but there's something so beautiful in the animation and that it was designed to be in the animation. There are scenes in there that I don't care how much money they throw at it, I do not think they will look as good as this from the show. They have a One Piece adaptation coming out pretty soon, and that's also looked pretty inconsistent to me, but I'm not a One Piece fan, so if you're a One Piece fan, let me know how that looks. But I am very trepidatious when it comes to this series. I'm not cautiously optimistic, I'm just cautious. And I'm not really expecting it to blow my mind. If it comes out and it's an absolute turd, I'm just gonna ignore it. It doesn't bother me, I can still watch the original series. If it comes out, if it's great. But until then, it's just, I don't know. Nothing about it has blown my mind, and all the behind the scenes stuff is very concerning. Anything can be good, of course. Although we are yet to see a live action animated adaptation from Netflix that is good. Unless I'm missing something, let me know. They've mostly been laughable. The creators leaving is also not a very good sign. These people understand the story and the world of the original series, and if you were disagreeing on how the series should be executed, then something is very, very wrong. That's all for today. I just wanted to make this quick video. I know it's not my normal format, but I just wanted to try something out, talk about some movie, TV show news, and see how you liked it. This will be a minimal editing, kind of fun to throw it together. If you liked it, of course, like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of the new photos. Are you excited for the show? Are you not looking forward to the show? And why? And I will see you next time.